For news from further afield, and President William Ruto has met with 7 heads of state and government from Africa to drum up support for Raila Odinga's Africa Union Commission chairman bid. This as Kenya plans to embark on a continent-wide campaign with a focus on countries that lie in southern and western Africa. Let's get more from our very own Ayub Abdikadir.
Thank you very much.
The red carpet in Beijing, China offered President William Ruto with an opportunity to bolster Odinga's campaigns, doubling his diplomatic efforts.
You know our former Prime Minister? Yes.
A week since Odinga's official launch in Nairobi.
The Forum on China-Africa affords Honorable Odinga an opportunity to dive deeply into the critical issues that tie our 2 continents together. But aside from that, Ayub, of course, you're right, because these forums also afford Mr. Odinga an opportunity to interact with heads of states who are actually the voters during the session that will undertake the elections in February of next year.
The president and the former prime minister met several heads of state from Congo-Brazzaville, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, Chad, Mali, Zambia and Rwanda. In an apparent display of confidence, the government says the Anglophone-Francophone divide, a geopolitical fault line that experts say may characterize the election, is insignificant, banking on Odinga's political credentials to outweigh other candidates.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Odinga's bid is receiving enormous support from quite a number of so-called Francophone-speaking countries, because at the end of the day, what is controlling in candidatures and what is controlling in elections, just like in national politics, is interest.
It also says it has mapped out the continent, dividing it into regional blocks in the hunt for votes, in a diplomatic mission that will seek to project Odinga in his bid to operate from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Towards the end of next week, I will be convening the committee of candidature that brings together PSS from the East African region to make a decision and to endorse the candidature of Mr. Odinga as ESC in its entirety. And then we will roll out this campaign across the countries. The first layer of it obviously will reach out to critical countries that we have already mapped out, including especially SADC, which is the Southern Africa Development Corporation, as well as ECOWAS.
In the crucial vote set for February 2025, African heads of state and governments constitute the voters. And in his trip to China, President William Ruto is pulling all the stops, tagging along with the African Union Commission Chair, candidate Raila Odinga, in what is expected to be a vote-seeking lobby with African leaders assembled in Beijing. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.